Hello everyone, I am Asha Bist. Hope you all are doing well. Hope you all are safe. Today I welcome you all in class 8, 5th chapter of history, When People Rebel, 1857 and after. Before starting with the second part of this chapter, let me revise the first part for all of you. In the first part, we discussed the policies and the people. We discussed how Nawabs lose their power. We also studied the peasants and the sepoys, how they were forced to pay tax, how the sepoys developed a discontentment while working in the British Army. We discussed about the responses to reforms, the reforms which were made by the Britishers, how people responded to them. Then we discussed through the eyes of the people, what people used to think that time while British were ruling us. We discussed a mutiny becomes a popular rebellion, how a small struggle became a rebellion that time against the British, how the situation developed as a rebel. Now, let's start with the second part of this chapter. From Meerut to Delhi. On 29th March 1857, Mangal Pandey, a young soldier, was hanged to death for attacking his officers in Barakpur. The soldiers also rebelled against the use of greased cartridge. In response to this revolt, soldiers were captured and were put in jail. The response of the other Indian soldiers in Meerut was quite extraordinary. They marched to the jail to Meerut and released the imprisoned sepoys. The sepoys rode all night of 10th May to reach Delhi. The regiments stationed in Delhi also rose up in rebellion, and many British officers were killed, arms and ammunition seized, buildings set on fire. The soldiers forcibly met Bahadur Shah Zafar and proclaimed him as their leader. Bahadur Shah accepted the rebellion's plea and called regional rulers to fight against British. So through this, the rebel started from Meerut to Delhi, where the young soldiers named Mangal Pandey, one of them named Mangal Pandey, was hanged to death for attacking his officers in Barakpur. But the rebel continued. The soldiers were determined to fight a war against the Britishers to set them free. The British had not expected this to happen. They thought the disturbance caused by this issue will soon die down. But Bahadur Shah Zafar's decision to bless the rebellion changed the entire situation dramatically. Often, when people see an alternative possibility, they feel inspired and enthused. It gives them the courage, hope, and confidence to act. The rebellion spreads. After the British were routed from Delhi, there was no uprising for almost a week. Then a spurt of mutinies began. Regiment after regiment mutinied and took off to join other troops at nodal points like Delhi, Kanpur, and Lucknow. One by one, the rebels spread to entire northern India, led by different leaders such as Nana Sahib of Kanpur, Birjis Qadar of Lucknow, and his mother Begum Hazrat Mahal. Rani Lakshmi Bai took as active part in organizing an uprising against the British. The whole scene frightened the British and they started changing notes of fear. The regional rulers allied with Mughal rulers as they thought that this way they can restore their authority to rule, which was not possible under British administration. When the army, the troops like Delhi, Kanpur, and Lucknow, these are mutinied, they took or they joined the other troops. The people of the town and villages also rose up in rebellion and railed around local leaders like jamidars and chiefs who were prepared to establish their authority and fight the British. Nana Sahib, the adopted son of the late Peshwa Baji Rao, who lived near Kanpur, gathered armed forces and expelled the British garrison from the city. He proclaimed himself Peshwa. He declared that he was a governor under Emperor Bahadur Shah Zafar. In Lucknow, Birjis Kadir, the son of the deposed Nawab Wazid Ali Shah, was proclaimed the new Nawab. He took acknowledged of Bahadur Shah Zafar. His mother Begum Hazrat Mahal took an active part in organizing the uprising against the British. In Jhansi, Rani Lakshmi Bai joined the rebel sepoys and they fought against the British with Tatia Tope. The general of Nana Sahib was Tatia Tope. In the Mandal region of Madhya Pradesh, Rani Avanti Bai Lodhi of Ramgarh raised and led an army of 4,000 against the British who had taken over the administration of her state. Many new leaders came up, for example, Ahmadullah Shah, a Maulvi from Faizabad. They came together to vanish the rule of British. He caught the imagination of the people and raised a huge force of supporters. In Bihar, an old Jamidar, Kunwar Singh, joined the rebel sepoys and battled with the British for many months. Leaders and fighters from across the land joined the fight. They came together and they fought the war together. The company fights back. Unnerved by the scale of the upheaval, the company decided to repress the revolt with all its might. New laws were made, best generals were called, and better ammunitions were used. They tried to improve the situation. They called the best generals as well as they improved the condition of their weapons, the ammunitions which they were using to fight. Delhi was recaptured from the rebel forces in September 1857. They fought and they recaptured Delhi again from the rebellions. The company fights back. The last Mughal emperor, Bahadur Shah Zafar, was tried in court and sentenced to life imprisonment. He, along with his wife, was sent to prison in Rangoon, and his two sons were killed in front of his eyes. People continued to resist and battle the British. The British had to fight for 2 years to suppress the massive forces of popular rebellion, and it was in 1859 that they were successful in getting all rebels suppressed. Finally, they got to suppress all the rebel. British fought back hard and on their hand tried to win the people's faith again by giving the rights to landlords who supported them and to those who did not kill any white. Now they were benefiting the people, those who supported them in 1857 war, and giving them different honors, providing them land, those who supported them and didn't kill any British officer. Aftermath. Some important changes were introduced. The effect after this 1857 revolt. Some important changes were introduced by the British after they regained control. by the end of 1859. The British Parliament passed a new Act 1858 and transferred the power of the East India Company to the British Crown in order to ensure a more responsible management of Indian affairs. All ruling chiefs of the country were allowed to pass on their kingdoms to their heirs, including the adopted son. Now the Britishers improved the decisions they made. They did amendment in that because they didn't wanted any other rebel against them. Ratio of Indian soldiers were reduced in army and European soldiers were increased. This amendment they did as they experienced a huge war due to the sepoys. British started the policy of non-interference in social and religious sphere and just concentrated only the political sphere. As till that time they came to know, they better understood that just participating in the Indian people's religious and cultural matters will not be beneficial for them. It may start another war. So they kept themselves aside from these affairs and only concentrated towards the political life or politically participating in the society. So this is all about this chapter. Hope you understood it. Hope you liked it. We'll soon meet with some other videos. Till then, take care. Have a good day.